Oh, wait, did it actually come on this time? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Wait, I see goat. Did it come up? I actually hit that just by accident, but am I streaming live? You have another video upcoming. People are in the chat. Oh, we need to cancel that. I got all mixed up. Okay. Now this one's live, so how do I... Let's see. But as long as we're live, we're good. That's all that matters. Let me cancel the other one. I couldn't log on. Basically, what was happening was the... I don't see the other one to cancel. All right. Do you guys see the scheduled one? Because I don't see that. I don't see any scheduled one. But I also have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't this entire time. As far as, like, I don't get YouTube. Need to make it better. But I've been using OBS, and OBS crashed today, so... Alright, let's do this. Since we seem to be live and rolling, I guess we'll just cover what you guys want. Got OBS up and running. Are live. Where are we live? We're live on this one. Okay. Thanks. How do I cancel that now? Edit video. How do I cancel this? Delete. Delete forever? Sure. Okay. I think we're good now. We'll find out. We can hear you. My chat doesn't work, though. Okay. Cool. Alright, so I'm just going to link the proper videos, and then we should be good to go. Alright. Correct. Okay. Sorry for the delay. That was a little bit weird. I had OBS crash, and I guess they're having intermittent issues. If you look, it says intermittent issues streaming, I guess. And so it's been a pain because I like downloaded another program, and it started trying to schedule me to do something, and I'm like, I don't know how this new program works, and so Anyway, in the meantime, I was trying to get AI to make us a fun logo, and it is failing miserably. Oops. Basically, I was attempting to get them to basically just do the retail collective in Crayon, and the AI seems to be struggling with trying to get, I guess, the spelling correct. I don't know why. It seems to be like having trouble. Maybe it's because it's too many letters. I put it in quotes and like try to make it like there are some that are pretty close. Like this would have been pretty funny if they could actually like spell it right. You know, let's try to have them draw it in crayon. You know, I guess that's kind of close. And then I was trying to do some like bull and bear things, and the bulls ended up looking like, I mean, they started looking like this at some point. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Like, these are kind of comical. But now I switched to the crayon one. We'll see. We'll see if any of them come out okay. But I figured that would be very appropriate for our group. Having the retail collective spelled out in crayons. Yeah, well, trust me, I'm aware, CJ. I actually thought maybe I would do one of the misspelled ones, but then I was like, people might not get the joke, and they'll be like, that guy is an idiot, which is true. But let's see. Yeah, like this one, the retail collective. They're so close, like so close to being like something good, but it's just every time they misspell it in a weird way, and I'm like, I can't put that up. But they're pretty comical. Like, why can't this AI get the spelling right? Like, kind of making me mad. I'm like, you're supposed to be smart. You're a sophisticated algorithm for a machine, and you are struggling to get just put the things in parentheses. Spelled exactly how I asked it. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about today? Yeah, it seems weird for an AI not to be able to pick that up. Like, I mean, they're absolutely struggling. Like, they can't get either words right. Like, this is it live. Like, this is them trying to do it live. Like, the Ratatow, like, missing the I there. So, what do we think about the OI on January? It's growing. I mean, let's take a look at it. We may have to. Let me pull up the options chains real quick. All right. Let's grab the options chains and I'll go over them real quick. So, tomorrow doesn't have really anything. My guess would be they'll just keep it under 150 for tomorrow. Like, that's pretty easy right now. It's at 108. Next week, there is some on the 20. Looks like most of the stuff was higher up on the monthly. Let me go and pull up more than just near the money. Let me do all. Yeah, so the following week there is more open interest, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's going to run yet. We'd be more likely to do it after earnings, which means that the ones I'm more interested in is this January 20th one. And they're slowly adding, but they're not adding like a ton. There was a good amount of $1. It looks like $1 February 2023 calls. Like 700 got placed. So that was a good amount. All right, so I'll bring up the screenshot for you. So that's only 99 days away. So whoever's playing these is willing to roll the dice on the theta. Because it's starting to... Let me zoom out a little bit. Hold on. There we go. I can fit. Now I can fit everything in. All right. Where is save as? Okay, here you go. Should I mark it up? Markup. So they're going to let me draw on it, I guess, maybe. Can I do brackets and stuff? Or no? I'll just have to draw like freehand. Okay. Oh, look at that. I can't do this with a mouse. That's pretty bad. Okay, we're going to try this another way. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's do open with... Open with paint. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I can do brackets at least with this one. So we'll do... Green is in the money. We'll do red is burned. I don't know why I did that there. Oh. We'll do on this side, green is in the money, and red is, oops, and red is burned. And then we'll do the strikes in purple. Okay. So let's take a look at this so you guys can see it. So right now, the only things that are in the money currently are these $1 and these, and we're barely, you know, and these 50-cent calls, right? So what is going to happen is this. If they start slapping the ass, some of these things will go in the money. And you can tell they're starting to push. I don't know if this is retail. I don't know if it's, armistice. I have no idea who's got all these calls. Maybe it's retail just left over and this is their Hail Mary. I'm not quite sure yet. But either way, there is starting to be a like gamma ramp here, which if it starts moving upwards, they will have to start like delta hedging some of this stuff, assuming these are not all just, covered calls. We don't know the difference, and they can't tell us that, so but this is what it looks like right now. There's currently a good amount of, and I think I saw some people were selling, I believe, $5 puts for January or February. So that would be bullish because obviously you would have to collect a good premium on that, and then if the stock price does go up over that, you're fine. So yeah, but we'll see as far as this. This is obviously 99 days away. We can see, but you can see this has got a decent amount of open interest starting to stack up. So is this where they're planning it? I would give for me, I'm not buying these ones. I'm buying ones that have more theta. So for me, I'm more looking at if I was going to be buying them, the January 2024 ones, just to give myself a safe amount of theta. And I'm doing pretty deep in the money ones, like, the $1 now, the 50-cent ones. I didn't buy any today. I have a lot of 150s because at the time before dilution, I thought that was going to be pretty deep in the money or deep enough in the money. So that's what I went with. And I have a good amount of them. So there's 900 open contracts. I have a good amount of those 900 contracts. And I do have some 250s as well. So, but I'm trying to give myself, some breathing room with theta because I think that yes, you can make a ton of money if it does run in January, CJ. Then it's probably going to, those contracts are cheap now, right? Those January contracts, they're going for out of the money stuff's going for around roughly 22 cents to 13 cents for some of them, and then you've got ones that are going for as cheap as 5 cents. So, I mean, yeah, if that's where they decide to run it, that would be, yeah. But we have to keep an eye on it just because we want to see if those numbers grow over time. So close. It's so close to actually being good. I just saw one. Could it? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to make it better. But here, check this out. Look how close this was to being somewhat decent. That's missing that there. The eye's missing. So close to being good. Missing an L there. The T in that one and the I. Almost. It's almost funny. I'll keep working with it, even though it's a pain in the butt. The retail collective. I mean, I've been working on it all afternoon. I'm not coming up with anything good. There was one that was halfway decent, I think, and I don't know where I put it. They're all pretty bad though. because none of the spellings come out right. Every once in a while, you'll get like one that's like, that's not that. No, it's something spelled wrong. It's so close. The retail collective, we trade stinks stocks. Like, and some of them just look weird. Like it looks like a Rhett Ale collective. This one made me laugh. Like, what is that? Should that just be our logo now, guys? Pick, what is this bull bear? Like, I'm probably more amused than you guys. Like, I got a couple of them to actually be spelled right, but like they're very bright. Like, it just looks. It also looks funny to me when it's not spelled like lower undercase or lowercase, I should say. Not. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. Maybe I did get COVID. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Huh. The red tail, yeah. Also noticed they kept trying to make it look like it was a store, probably because like you think retail shopping, so like these look like storefronts. Anyway, I did make some fun other things. Let's see if any of them came up. Hold on, let me just check. The Muffin Man. Yeah, I'm not drinking tonight, but you guys have at it if you want. So, anyone want to look at a ticker, or do you guys have anything going on? We just hanging out? What's up, Random? How are you, bud? All right. TGT. Did you look at it last night? What's going on? Have you seen the Muffin Man? Have you seen the Muffin Man? What did Target do today? Down 4 cents. What did Target do last night? Did they dump? what did DTC fall or here? So they're up to 420 right now. They did any news come out on them? I don't see any news. That's such a weird stock. Seeking Alpha. Hold on. Okay, that's what it is. Here's the news on DTC. So more analysts gave them a buy rating. So it looks like they're up to 7 analysts, it said, I think. 7 ratings firm that were covering it all have them at a buy rating. 6 analysts have rated the stock with a buy rating. Credit Suisse dropped their target price on them from 14 to 11 and set an outperform on them. So basically, like, regular people are like reading these articles and they're starting to buy. That's basically all that happened. So that guy, DTC, is probably going to move up. It was a very illiquid stock anyway. They don't have a ton of shares that trade on a normal basis. So I think what you're going to see is if that starts getting momentum, that's a stock that, I think we saw institutional ownership was, you can't go off of, let me see if I can, institutional ownership according to TD is 119%, and the short interest is 15%, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think those numbers are right. We've done this before. We figured out basically that they're counting the Class B shares, but we won't know anything really until like earnings on DTC. They don't release a whole lot of information. Like Solar Brands on the average, I guess they ran up to 42 cents. Interesting. Pulling up their after hours. So it looks like they hit a high of 442. I think my average is still, let me see what my average is on them. It's still high. It's higher than I wanted, but it's hard to average down that much when I was buying it at like 6. So let's see what it looks like now. I got my average down to my average on DTC currently is 539. So the porn bots are back. Yeah, so like I'm still underwater on this pretty significantly, about 20%, but stock's worth probably more like 7 to 8 just on paper. And then, the analysts always put like their ratings at like, a little bit higher than, like in a perfect world, if this was great, as far as like market conditions, they'd probably be like a stock that's pushing like 10, but all right, so do need to figure out see this thing. I think their earnings is like the 11th. So just pointing that out. But yeah. I mean, if you have shares, you can sell as long as you have a platform that or a brokerage that does that. Like you can do what's called like if you have, for example, TD, right, and you want to make a trade, you would go to your stock and you would go ahead and do, whatever ticker it is, and then time and force, you would do extended hours. So, like, depends on your, your brokerage, but many brokerages will let you, buy and sell after hours as long as it's shares. You can't do options after hours, but you can do regular stocks. So, all right. Well, not a whole lot going on tonight. Obviously, the market was crazy today, especially on the SPY, but, you know, like this is not normal. You don't normally end up going from 348 all the way up to at the high like 367. Like that's insane. Like this move right here was insane. Like you essentially had gap down, you hit the low of the day at like 348, and then right off it bounced right off this. Remember I drew this up. This was a gap. Like if you look, I drew out this pink gap line like a couple days ago, and what did we do? We bounced right off it, and we ended up way up here. Like, who knows what's going on? Like, this could have been some algorithmic buying down there. They just said, okay, well, we've gap filled this. We think it's going to probably chop more in this range. So, but yeah, I mean, you bounced hard off that right there. So I just wanted to point that out. For memes, it was pretty quiet. I think GameStop was up 20 cents. AMC was up about 20 cents also. They're all 18 cents for Ape. ATER was up a penny. BBBY was down 13 cents. And I told people I drew this line out to see if it double bottom, or this could be a double bottom like here, the more recent bottom. But I said there's always this chance that you get down to this like low. So we'll see. There's a big gap up here as well, so we'll see what happens there. What are the other ones people like? APRN right now. APRN had a nice little run today. It fell through this bottom right there, right? Got pushed back up over it. So this was what I was expecting it to probably bounce off of. And so far it's maintaining that, but we'll see. What are the other ones that people like? Venco, they were up slightly. They're still sub $1. What were the other ones people were all into? HKD, they were down 15% today. What were the runners that you guys were bringing up to me? Dirty's got a AVYA. They were up 6%. That's not horrible. What were the other ones? You guys had a bunch of like new tickers that you were all into. And everybody was like, oh, to the moon, to the moon. What was it? I was telling you guys with the warrants. It was MMAT, that's right. They were down, 11% today? Yeah, I mean, you were overbought. Like, you overbought on the daily. Let's see how it was on the weekly. Still fine on the weekly, but like, overbought on the daily. That's a pretty big move up from like 60 cents all the way up to over $1. I told you guys they have an ATM, so like they're trying to raise money. So you said Finco, my blood started boiling. Yeah, they've not treated their shareholders very well. What are the other ones you guys roll into? This is your little thing. I mean, I know you got in like early on this thing, so I mean, from a technical standpoint, it looks like it's fine. You got it basically pushed over here on the CCI. It looks like it wants to go back up again. This was going down. This is reversed. So, I mean, like, I'm just looking at it from here. It looks fine. It looks like the MACD, and you got room on the RSI to push up. So, I mean, from a technical standpoint, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's up long. You're just trying to make me say up long. But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks healthy from here. So we'll see. Yeah, they had like pretty decent days right here, but this was that massive day. So all right. Well, Mike Oxlong is deep on that. I'm not familiar with Mike Oxlong, but there's lots of people I'm not familiar with. I need to we can Google it if you want. If I had more time, man, I'd watch other people. Is he like oh, my Oxlong. I went to go see if he was like a YouTuber. My Oxlong, yeah, pretty good. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I'm tired. What's up, Shadi? I don't know. We're gonna find out if I have COVID probably tomorrow or the next day. So I don't know if you guys know this, but basically, I saw my mom on Tuesday, and then like when we're in the car, she was like, "Oh yeah, like I've been testing negative," and she just got back from a reunion over the weekend, and I'm like, "Oh okay," so didn't think anything of it. I get a text this morning, and she's like, "Hey, I tested positive." I'm like, "We were just in the car with you, like in close proximity." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry." I'm like, oh my god, like all right. So scrambling around with the kids and like just I called my work and I'm like, "Hey, I feel fine for the most part." Like they're like, "Yeah, you're not coming in until we find out if you have COVID." I'm like, all right. So you sold your mom? What? No, I didn't sell my mom, but she's got COVID right now. So haven't you been sick like 2 weeks though? Yeah, I've been sick with like my kid's plague, not COVID. Now my mom brought COVID around me while I'm like dead. So we'll find out because incubation period's about 72 hours. That was on Tuesday, so it's Thursday. So basically, like by Friday or Saturday, we should know if we got it or not to be safe. But I'm already kind of sick anyway, so like my body's pretty beat up. So if there's COVID around, yeah, I'm telling you, my kids bring home some sort of like every other week it's something. Like I'm sitting there going, okay, we just got over a cold. My other kid gets sick with something. And then like we had a phone call from a daycare saying one of the kids has hand, foot, mouth disease. I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but okay. Yeah, he's getting all the breaks, just not the fun ones. Yeah. That market run was insane. Like down 2%, finished the day up like 2.5%, like or 3%. Like what? And trust me, I've got puts, so I'm not super happy because I missed the opening because of all this sickness. I would have sold. I had COVID about 2.5 months ago. Sciences still haven't recovered. Ugh. Yeah, but like we were down here, and I would have like totally cashed out on all my puts, and like I came back like an hour later, and was able to log on, and it ran. I'm like, and every time I'm like, okay, well maybe it'll bounce off the VWAP and go back down. Just kept running. I'm like, okay, now we're up like green for the first time. Like it will probably head back down. Nope. Like then it filled the gap that it left, and I'm like, okay, well now it's gonna head back down. Nope. Yeah, today was crazy. I don't trust it. It's a trap. It's a trap. That CPI data was garbage. It's a trap. But it doesn't matter because yeah, lemon squeeze. I don't know what that was, but they burned a lot of bears. The smart money got out real early, and then they just pushed it the other way. So anyone with like calls, the bummer, big bummer. Sorry, other way around. Puts. Well, I guess if you sold a call, it'd be fine. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Sorry for the late start, but yeah, hopefully OBS is better tomorrow. Now, I might be able to actually stream during the day if you guys are going to be around. If you guys are around, if you want me to, I can stream. Whatever you want during the daytime. I won't be on the whole time. I'll have to take some breaks because I think but I should be around tomorrow, and I think I'm going to start trying to figure out the little challenge I'm going to put together, like the $500 in options. We're going to do some like spreads and see if we can make some money. I'm going to try to put like a goal of like I don't know, like $5,000 or $10,000, and then see if we can turn the 500 into that. I mean, I think. Okay, dang it, Anon. You got me all riled up and don't stay. Mentioning porn bots and piquing my interest. Well, if you'd like, we can go unblock those and you can go click on one of those. I believe, let's see, who were they? It was Best Adult Dating Site. Best Adult Dating Site. Click on PAS36 for fun. There you go. Go Google that. All right, guys. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.